Hi guys, my name is Quinn and I'm from Michigan. Today I'm going to tell you about what I did to get into the University of Michigan's Ross School of Business. And the purpose of today's video is to tell you guys about the classes, awards, and other things that I've done to get to where I'm at right now. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications to be the first ones to see the new content that we make. First, let's get into my stats. I went to a competitive school in Michigan, around 650 people in our class. It was a very competitive school with a lot of different APs that were offered. There's also an IB program that our school offers that a lot of students elected to go into. My school didn't have a ranking system, so I did not have a school rank. I took 8 APs and my GPA was a 4.0 unweighted. Our school didn't offer a weighted GPA. On to the AP scores and the AP exams that I took. My sophomore year, I took 1 AP. My junior year, I took 3, and senior year, I took 4. My sophomore year, I took AP Psychology, and I earned a 5 on that AP exam. My junior year, I took 3 APs. I took AP World History, which I got a 3 on that exam. I took AP Calculus AB, which I got a 5. And then I also took AP Biology, which I got a 5 as well. My senior year, I took 4 more APs. I took AP Microeconomics, which I got a 4. I took AP Calculus BC, which I got a 5. AP Spanish, which I got a 3 on. And AP Statistics, which I got a 4. One piece of advice that I definitely have for all the people taking AP exams is start a little bit early. Start more than the week before. You'll have a lot more time to absorb the massive amounts of information that you're going to take on, because those exams cover an entire year's worth of content that you're not going to be able to study within just 1 week. I had a plan going into it where every day I'd spend like an hour on each AP exam for around a month before, and it worked out really well for most of my exams. Next, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about the classes that I took and what grades I got in them. In middle school, I tested out of a couple things. I tested out of Business Technology 1, which is an introductory business modeling class. I also tested out of Algebra 1 and took Algebra 2 in middle school. And I also tested out of Spanish 1 in 8th grade. Starting off in 9th grade with Seminar, which is like a homeroom class that we have, I passed that one. There's a pass-fail on that course. I took Honors Geometry, which I also got an A on. I took US History, which I got an A. I took Spanish 2, which I got an A on. I took Accounting 1, which I also got an A. I also took Biology, which I got an A on. And then finally, I took a Biomedical Sciences class, which I also got an A on. My second semester of freshman year was the exact same, except instead of accounting, that turned into business and criminal law, and I got an A on that class as well. My sophomore year, I took Seminar, which I passed. I also took Honors Pre-Calculus, which I earned an A+ on. I took Human Body Systems, which is a biomedical type of class where we learned into different existing diseases and things like that. I took Spanish 3, which I got an A. I took Economics, which I earned an A. I also took Honors English 10, which I got an A. I took AP Psychology, which I got an A. And I took Honors Chemistry, which I also got an A on. For my second semester, the only difference between the first one was Civics, which I also received an A+ on. Between the summer of my sophomore and junior year, I took a personal fitness class because I wanted to have more time during the school year to work on more academic classes, and I got an A+ on that. Going into my junior year, I took Seminar, which I passed. I also took Honors English 11, which I got an A+ in. I also took Health AB, which I got an A in. I took AP Calculus AB, which I received an A+ in. I took AP Biology, which I received an A+ in. I took Beyond High School, which I got an A+ in. I also took IB Spanish Year 1, which I received an A. And I also took AP World History, which I received an A. The second semester of my junior year was basically the same as the first one, except I took Principles of Business, which replaced the Beyond High School course, and I got an A+ in that one. Going into my senior year, I ended up getting all A+ in each of my classes, both semesters. And the classes that I took were my Seminar class, which I passed, Modern Thought and Literature, which is an English course, AP Calculus BC, Food for Thought, which is like a cooking class. I wanted to have fun my senior year. I took Honors Physics, a Michigan Natural Resources class to learn a little bit more about Michigan and things around us, AP Spanish, and then the last class that I took first semester was a AP Statistics course. Going into my second semester, The only thing that changed was I took another cooking class, but a little bit of a different type. And then I also took a business class through dual enrollment through my local community college. In terms of test scores, I took the ACT and the SAT both in my junior year. On the SAT, I got a 1500, I got 800 on math and 700 on the reading and writing portion. And then for the ACT, I got a 35, I got a 36 on math and science, and then a 35 on the writing portion and a 31 on the reading portion.
If you want to do amazing in the SAT like Quinn, or even move into the upper 1500s range, check out this advanced Stanford-based AI tool that can generate unlimited practice questions for the digital SAT or ACT. Now, I'm a little rusty, but their AI tool explains these concepts better than any tutor could. Acely AI is your secret best friend. Not only do they have thousands of high-quality practice questions, but there's other features like the study plan. I even tried making one for myself, and as a 99th percentile scorer, I can't tell you how important targeted practice is like this. Acely even has full-length practice tests, which is such a treasure considering the DSAT is very limited in their practice material. Go to acely.ai and use the code TREEHOUSE10 for $10 off your first month of Acely. Now back to Quinn.
In terms of my extracurriculars, the first thing that I put on my list was Connect Me, which is a nonprofit where I was a vice president, and in that nonprofit we helped offer free tutoring to underprivileged communities. The next thing that I had on my list was that I started up an orchestra in my community at my high school since our school district did not have one. And the next activity that I had was varsity tennis. I was a team captain and played varsity tennis all 4 years throughout high school. The fourth activity that I had was DECA, which is a business club where I got to participate and compete in some events. The fifth activity that I had was a circular economy club where we promoted recycling, reusing, and reducing. I was a board member of that organization. The next organization that I was part of was a religious organization. It was a Baha'i community. The seventh activity was Mustang Leadership Council, which is an organization at my school where people on sports teams kind of come together and learn more about different leadership opportunities and activities and how to just be a better leader for their sports community. For my eighth activity, I had Acing Autism and Rotary Interact, which were both volunteering opportunities. I was able to implement a lot of volunteering hours and learn a lot of different skills from those. My ninth opportunity was tennis coach. I taught tennis on the side for many years, so I wanted to include that in my extracurriculars. My 10th extracurricular was the table tennis club, where I got to play table tennis every week, and it was a great way to just have fun. Now moving on to the awards. My first award that I put down was with HOSA, where I got third in the state for my competition, which was dental terminology. I got that both junior and senior year, and I made it into the International Leadership Conference both years. The second award that I put down was National Merit Commended. My third award that I put down was PVSA Gold, President's Volunteer Service Award, with the gold being that I volunteered more than 500 hours. For my fourth award, I put two things in one. I put Academic All-State and AP Scholar with Honor. AP Scholar with Honor is just taking a certain number of APs and getting a certain score, and Academic All-State was in regards to the sports that I played and having a minimum GPA requirement. For my fifth award, I put National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society both together into one because I didn't have enough space to put both of them separately. And that is my awards section, and I hope that helps you learn a little bit more about that. One piece of advice that I definitely recommend while going through college apps is make sure that you're doing it with friends. While I know you might be competing with them, in the end, going through it with other people, learning from them, talking with them about it is by far the best way to make your college app the best it can be. You talk with other people and figure out what they might be doing that'll help them, what they've learned, who they've talked to, and a lot of times you'll learn so many niche things about schools that you can include into your essays. It just makes it a lot better to go through it if you're with other people. And with that, kind of not even just with college apps, but things outside of that, anything you do, for the most part, it's always better and more successful if you do it with others. Thanks, hope you guys enjoyed the video.